Good morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Today, we are not going to read a story. We are not going to do weekend news. We are not going to play a game. We are going to make some cookies. Are you excited? Now, the cookies that we're going to make are a little different. So the cookies will not go in the oven. Our cookies are going to go into the fridge instead. That's different. Usually, when I make cookies, I mix all of my ingredients together. I put them on a cookie sheet, and then I bake them in the oven. But today, we're going to make different cookies, and they're going to go in the fridge before you eat them. So, let's get started, shall we? The first thing that I need to do is put my hair up because, look, my hair is pretty long. So, when you're cooking or baking or making anything, you want to tie your hair back so it's out of your face and you can see, so that it doesn't get in your food. Ooh, yucky. So first, I'm going to put my hair up. So if you have long hair, put it up. I'm going to put my hair up in a bun, right on the top of my head. Ta-da! Here we are. My hair is up. And I'm ready to go. Oh, want to see something special? Look, I'm wearing my favorite shirt because I miss you guys. It says, my favorite people call me Miss Kim. And it's true. My favorite people do call me Miss Kim. And I miss you guys. But I hope I see you soon. So let's make some cookies together this way, and then when we get back to school, we can make more cookies together. Does that sound fun? All right, so now that your hair is up, if it is long, you should wash your hands. The first thing you do when you are cooking, baking, eating, anything, you must always, always, always wash your hands. So I am going to do that. And turn on my water, get my hands a little wet, get some soap, 1 pump of soap, wash my hands. Do you think my hands will be really soapy or not that soapy? What do you think? I put 1 full pump of soap. Do you think that you should see a lot of soap or no? You should. You should see a lot of soap on your fingers, on your hands. Do you want to see how much soap is on my hands? I'll show you. They are so soapy. I hope that your hands are just as soapy as mine, so you're getting all those germs off. All right. I'm going to turn the water back on so that I can rinse. All right, my hands are clean, but now they're really wet. What should I do? It's going down my arm. I don't like that. What should I do? Should I dry them? That's a good idea. I'm going to dry my hands with a paper towel. Now I need to dry my arms because the water went all the way down. Wait, okay. Let's get started, shall we? Okay, so we are going to make cookies today. And you need some oats. You need oats. I have old-fashioned oats. You also need some cocoa powder. What did you hear? Cocoa powder. I have some cocoa cocoa powder in my jar. Cocoa powder is a kind of chocolate to make it delicious. So we have oats. We have cocoa powder. We also need some butter. What do we need? Oats, cocoa powder, butter. Here is my stick of butter. Now, if you are going to make these, you should use unsalted butter. Do you know what that means? Butter can be salted or unsalted. If something is unsalted, that means there is no salt in that butter. So you want to get unsalted butter. All right, oats, cocoa powder, unsalted butter. We also need some milk. Milk. Here's my little thing of milk, because I don't drink that much milk, so I just bought a little one to use here today. Oats, cocoa powder, unsalted butter, milk, and some sugar. Sugar makes everything so delicious. So we're going to use some sugar. There's 2 more things we need. Okay. Oats, cocoa powder, butter, milk, sugar. The next thing we need is a little bit of salt. Just a little bit of salt. Okay. One more thing. Oats, cocoa powder, butter, milk, sugar, little bit of salt, and you need some vanilla. This is what you use when you're baking. You have some vanilla extract. So if you have all of those things, put them all on your counter. And then we also need some measuring cups, because when you're baking or when you're cooking, you can't just start pouring things in. You need to make sure you have the right amount so that everything tastes the way it should taste. So what we are going to use today is we are going to use a measuring cup. This one is 1 cup. We are also going to use another measuring cup, but this one is smaller. Let's see if you can see the difference. This one is smaller than the 1 cup. The smaller one is half a cup. All right, and we're going to need to use 2 teaspoons. The first one is really small. It is really tiny. Look at how small that is. This is a 1/4 teaspoon. It's very small. So this one is small. The next one we use is going to be bigger. Which one is bigger? This one. This is a 1/4 teaspoon. And this one is 1 teaspoon. So we need a little bit more with this one. And we're going to need a big bowl. And we are going to need a pot so that we can melt our butter. So when we are on the stove, you will have to ask Mommy and Daddy to help you, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get started. The first thing that you need to do is turn on the stove. You will twist the knob, and now my stove is on. Do you see the blue flame? That means that it is very hot. Should I touch it? No, oh, no. That would hurt a lot. I would cry. I would not be happy. It would be very bad. So this is getting hot. And my directions say that I need it on medium heat. So if I'm thinking about that, I know that you could have something low. You can have something high. And when it's in the middle, it's called medium. So I don't want it really high. And I don't want it really low that I can't see it. I want it right in the middle. Medium. All right, that looks good. So now that that's on, I need to put in my butter because it needs to melt. So I'm going to take my whole stick of butter. I'm going to take the wrapper off, and I am going to put it in my pot. Whole stick of butter. One wrapper, gonna go in the garbage. I'm going to put the butter in the pot. Where should I put it? Who is listening? Should I put it next to? No. Should I just put it under? No. I'm going to put it on. Will that help? No. I'm going to put it in the pot. Ooh, do you hear it? It's starting to melt. All right. Now that it is in the pot, I need to also put my sugar and milk in. So I need 1 cup of sugar. Remember, my cup is the bigger one. So I'm going to take 1 cup of sugar. That's a lot of sugar. And I'm going to pour it in the pot. Pour the sugar. And I need my milk. I need half a cup of milk. That's the smaller one. So I'm going to take my smaller cup and my milk. Open the milk. I'm going to pour the milk. I will pour it in the pot. All right. Now that I have that going, I need to mix it all together. So I'm going to take one of my spoons and I'm going to mix together. Let it start to melt. Remember, it's still on medium so that everything can melt together. All right. While that is melting, I need to mix everything else together. Get it ready. Because when you're melting something, it takes a little bit of time. So what I need to do is I need to get my bowl. And I'm always going to go back and mix a little bit. But at first I'm going to put my oatmeal in the bowl. So I need, how much oatmeal? 2.5 cups. 2.5. So I have my 1 cup. I'm going to need 2 of them. And then I'll need my smaller one for the half. 2 big ones, 1 small. Okay? So let's see. I'm going to scoop. Here's 1 cup in my bowl. 2 cups in my bowl. And now I need my half a cup. And a little bit, the smaller one. Half a cup in my bowl. Remember, go back to mixing. Mix, 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 mix. My butter is melting right now. All right. So now that I have my oats in my bowl, I can close that up. And the next thing that I need is my cocoa powder. So my cocoa powder, I need half a cup. So I'm going to rinse this off. I have my oats in it, I have my milk. Going to dry it. Ooh. My butter's starting to boil. Mix, mix, mix. Mix it all together. All right. I need half a cup of my cocoa powder. Ooh, I have half a cup here. Let's see. Might be all the cocoa powder I have left. I have to go to the store. All right, I'm going to pour it in. A little bit fell. All right. Half a cup of cocoa powder in the big bowl. And mix, mix, mix. All right. That is almost done. I'm so excited. So now that I have my oats and my cocoa powder in my bowl, I need to mix it all together. So I'll take another spoon and I'm going to mix, mix, mix to put the cocoa powder and the oats all together. Mix and mix and mix the oats. Mix and mix and mix the cocoa. Mix and mix and mix the oats. Mix, 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 mix. Okay, let's see. All right. My butter and my sugar and my milk are boiling. So now I need to turn off the stove and I need to add my vanilla and my salt. So I'm going to move it over so it starts to cool. So my vanilla, here's another wet ingredient. My vanilla, I need 1 teaspoon. That's the bigger one. Remember, I have a small one and a bigger one. I need the bigger one for the vanilla. So I will add 1 teaspoon of vanilla and pour it in the pot. Okay. After the vanilla, I need to add some salt. So this one says that you should use the smaller one, but mine, I need to grind it. I cannot scoop it out from my salt container because look, they are very big and chunky. So I need to grind it. I'm just going to put a little bit of salt in my pot. But if you can scoop it, use your smaller spoon to scoop it. And I'm gonna mix. Mix, mix, mix. Mix the butter, mix the milk, mix the sugar, mix the vanilla, and mix the salt. All right. Now that I mixed my oats and my cocoa powder, and I mixed everything else in my pot, we need to put it all together. So, I need to pour what's in my pot in my bowl. So let me get it. I'm going to pour. Do you see? Let's see if I can show you. Do you see that? It's not really good to, doesn't really, It is wet. It is melted butter, melted milk, everything else. So I'll show you this. I'm going to pour it in the bowl. Ready? Pour in the bowl. It's empty. It's all in my bowl. And now I need to mix this all together. Mix and mix and mix the oats. Mix and mix and mix the oats. Mix and mix and mix the oats. Mix, 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 mix. Ooh, this smells so yummy. I need to keep mixing. It says to mix well, which means you need to mix it all together and make sure everything is together. Keep mixing, Miss Kim. Mix, mix, mix. Do you see? It's coming together. Mix, mix, mix. I think I'm almost done mixing. I might want to add a few more oats. Do you want to know why? Do you remember that we are not going to bake our cookies? We want them to get together in the fridge and form a cookie. So right now, it's a little too wet for my liking. So I'm going to pour in a little more oats so that it soaks it up a little bit. I'm just going to shake them in. I'll show you. Ready? Shake the oats in just a little bit more. Shake, shake, shake. Look, now I really need to mix again. Mix and mix and mix the oats. Mix and mix and mix the oats. Mix and mix and mix the oats. Mix, mix, mix. Alrighty. It is mixed together. So now that it is all together, you can start making your cookies. So here's what you're going to do. I'm going to throw this away in the garbage because I don't need it anymore. You need to get out a cookie sheet. Here is my cookie sheet. You're going to put your cookies on the cookie sheet. I am going to put down some foil so that it stays nice and clean. So I'm going to get my foil wrap. I'm going to pull the foil. A little bit more. Pull. Stop. I'm going to rip. All right. I'm going to put my piece of foil on my cookie sheet. That way my cookie sheet stays nice and clean. You're going to take your mixture of oats and cocoa and milk and sugar and vanilla and salt, and you're going to scoop them onto the cookie sheet. I'm going to take a spoon. I'm going to close the cabinet door before I hit myself. I'm going to scoop out a little bit, and then I'm going to put it together. This is the fun part. Your hands get nice and dirty. In a ball. So now that I have a ball of oats, cocoa powder, sugar, vanilla, milk, it's all together, I'm going to put it on my cookie sheet. Just like that. I'm going to fill my cookie sheet up, and then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. So once it is in the refrigerator, you want it to sit there for at least an hour. You know what that means? If it's at least an hour? When you say at least an hour, that is the shortest amount of time. So you must wait an hour, but it would be a little bit better if you wait a little longer, okay? So I'm gonna do this and put them in the fridge, and then I'll eat them later on, maybe for a snack or maybe dessert after dinner. That would be fun. I hope that you guys have a lot of fun making these cookies today, if you have all the ingredients. If not, I hope you had fun watching them. And if you don't get to make them at home, we can make them at school when we come back, okay? I miss you guys. Have a very lovely Tuesday. Bye-bye.